Hey YouTube, it's ZC Solar here, and I'm going I'm going to make a video on MacBook Air pros and cons today. And you're probably gonna, if I get this mixed up and backwards, then leave a comment or something saying that pros and cons is mixed up, because I always mix these up. I believe pros is good things and cons is bad, but I always forget. So um, I'm going to go ahead and I'll start with the pros. And, you know, uh, obviously it's a MacBook Air, it's ultra thin. It's a centimeter, 1.9 centimeters thick, which is just insane to me, really. I didn't think that it could be done that way, but it is. Um, it has a multi-gesture trackpad, multi-touch. It's really nice and big compared to trackpads I've had in the past, because I've had trackpads. If you can see this, if I can get this in the camera. Hold on here. I have to adjust it a little. Let me see if I can get it in there. No. Okay, well. Anyways, it's what I was trying to show you is the adapter to my Logitech USB headset. That's obviously like taped. It's like a piece of crap. Broke all over the place, but which I think is probably about 2 inches by an inch. And on my HP, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, my HP, you'll have to watch my other videos. It was about that size. It's about 2 inches by 1 inch trackpad, and it sucked because it wasn't. It was too sticky. You could try and do something with it, and it was just way too sticky. I mean, the scroll bar was nice on it, but it didn't have enough that slickness type of traction like the MacBooks do. So so yeah. Keyboard is another one. It's really nice. Nice. It's full size, and if there's anybody out there that doesn't mean what I'm talking about by full size, what I'm talking about is it's full size for a laptop. It doesn't have the number pad like some laptops do, but that's not really a big deal for most people. So, but, and it's backlit, There's not too many other laptops you can get that with, but Macs. I know there's a couple Dells or something like that that has it, but not too many others. So, that's a really nice feature, and it's spaced out. What I mean by full size, it has spaces between the keys, and it's really nice and easy to type on. Like my HP, I would make so many mistakes typing on that keyboard, and this, barely any. I mean, it is really, really nice. And I would show you the MacBook Air, but I'm recording this video on it because it's the only laptop that works that I have a camera on, so, which I guess that brings us to the built-in eyesight. The built-in eyesight is really nice. It's nice, but you kind of have to have the right quality of lighting. I mean, you have to have just the right lighting, otherwise it kind of messes up, and you can see little pixels all over the screen. You'll be able to actually see the pixels. Other than that, it's pretty good. The microphone I have found is not the greatest for me. It screws with my voice, and that's why I'm using my Logitech headset. But other than that, it's really good. The ambient light sensor for the keyboard is really good, which is located right next to the eyesight. So, the eyesight's pretty good sometimes. It just depends on how your lighting is. Like, right now, it's okay, I guess, but, Um, Infrared sensor for the remote is, it works just fine. It's pretty good. You just kind of have to be just in the right angle for it if it's turned around or something. You know, um, I think that's about it for pros. Go to the cons now. Um, One of the biggest cons is the ports. Yeah, I mean, one one headphone, one headphone, one USB, and a mini DVI. But that's not a big problem for me. I never used more than one USB or one headphone or anything like that. So, it's not a big deal for me. It is for some people, but not for me. That's obviously why I bought it. And uh, the lack of an optical drive, most people don't like that, but, you don't even need it. I mean, I bought my computer, my MacBook off eBay, and I was fortunate enough to get a super drive with it, a USB super drive, and it's really nice. I mean, really, really nice. The one thing that I don't like about it is it's got such a short cord on it. I mean, this is like maybe I don't know, I'm gonna say a 7-inch cord, which isn't much. So, that's one thing that I don't entirely like. Um, but the Super Drive works great. Yeah, that's really nice. Um, I'm actually going to go back to the pros here. Most laptops are plastic, and this is aluminum, along with a lot of the MacBooks. And aluminum is a lot better, because I've actually dropped this, which was pretty scary. I mean, and I was lucky enough to only have dropped it like 6 inches off the ground, so, and it was in my MacBook Air sleeve, so, that was a good thing there. Um, and it didn't even phase it. I mean, it didn't do anything to it. It works just the same way it did. So I'll go back to the cons. 5-hour battery life. It's supposed to have a 5-hour battery life. Mine doesn't, which is probably why I got it for $1,000, because the guy knew that it didn't have a 5-hour battery life. Mine, when I'm on the internet, maybe normally around an hour and a half, maybe 2 tops. Which, I mean, that's okay. It's better than my HP. It used to have a 30-minute battery life. So that's a lot better. And most people don't like even that it's thin and ultra portable. I mean, I do. I love that factor, because I've taken it to school a couple times, and that's a really nice factor. But so um, and they don't like the ports or the lack of a super drive or anything like that. But they just need to do their research before they buy. That's what most people's problem is. So, you know, that's it. Yeah. I mean, it's not a problem for me. I like it. At 2 pounds, I mean, no, 3 pounds. Sorry about that. 3 pounds. It's awesome. I mean, I could actually hold this in my hand. My HP is like 10 or 12 pounds. So, and the screen, a lot of people don't like the screen because it's small. It's a 13-inch screen, but I had a 14-inch screen on my HP, and I have a 20-inch screen on my iMac G5, but I don't have a problem with it too much. I mean, sometimes I have a problem with it. It took me a while to get adjusted to it, but it's fine now. So, I think that's it for MacBook Air pros and cons. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.